What is up, fellow YouTubers? I am Jonza, and welcome back to another episode of Zawcasters. And I'm trying to remember from our last one. What did we talk about last time? Uh, I think it was more of what the future would hold for Smash Bros. Like upcoming characters, what I would like to see in things, and just my thoughts on the topic in general. And as you can tell from the title, we are talking about the pandemic. Yes. Something that is definitely deep to talk about. And this is more on my thoughts about everything that is completely going on. And honestly, now could have been the best time because literally of the time of this recording, we just hit our third wave, and now we're in lockdown again for a month. Isn't that fun? Ha 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 ha. Anyways, so yeah, we pretty much have another lockdown pretty much for an entire month. Funny enough, it was supposed to happen this Saturday. Well, I guess in your guys' time, should have started yesterday, but for here in Canada, Ontario. But they decided to do it a bit earlier and do it on Thursday, April 8th. Yeah, thanks, dickheads. I mean, luckily for me, I was able to get out the 2 previous days before Thursday. I went out Tuesday and Wednesday. Pretty nice days as well. I went out on those days and hanged out with a friend for those 2 days before everything shut down. The one thing I'm kind of upset about is that I didn't get a Banjo Amiibo beforehand. I think one of the EB games had Banjo, but I think they kind of sold the last one around the time I got there. So, yeah, that was not fun. And just the fact also that one of my projects is pretty much fucked because like pretty much one of the rules in this lockdown, we can't go into anybody else's house. And where I'm filming for my shoot for my one project, I have to be at that person's house. So yeah, I'm kind of fucked. I'm sure we can kind of figure out a way or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something. I don't know. I mean, we have all like most of the footage we have. We had like a rough edit of what we had anyways, but we were told to reshoot some scenes and stuff. But it might be something that we have to deal with. Yeah, honestly, I'm honestly sick of this pandemic myself. It's been really nothing but trouble. Like really. Like I want to think if there's like at least something good about how this is going with the pandemic and stuff, but I really can't. I really can't, honestly. Nothing good has ever really came from this pandemic. I feel like I've said something before. It's like, well, at least with the pandemic, a thing happened, blah blah blah. But honestly, right now I can't even because it's complete bullshit. This whole thing's bullshit. I mean, not saying that COVID's a fraud or nothing. Like we should like not be serious about it. Like obviously, I know it's a deadly virus and stuff, and I know we have to take protection and stuff. But honestly, I'm really sick of the lockdowns. I really am. We've been in this pandemic for over a year now. Over a year, and now like I just want this whole thing to be done. I've completely am sick of this. I want things to be back to the way it is. I want to hang out with my friends again. I want to be able to do things, man. Like, and it's also the pandemic came at the worst time. It came at the worst time for me. Okay, and let me tell you this because right now I am currently, well, actually almost done college. Like, by the time this goes up, it's the 11th. My official last day is on the 23rd, which even on there, that's like a little, like, party and whatnot. I get. Well, I mean, kind of party. It most likely will be online. We were going to try doing it, like, all together in, like, pods and stuff. But I don't even know if that's happening because of this, pandemic, or new lockdown and stuff. Um, but, yeah. So pretty much about 2 weeks by the time this goes up, I have left of college, which it's pretty. And honestly, like I really didn't want to be released into the world like how it is now with the pandemic and stuff. It's just I hate to say it, but we live in a society of fear. We live in fear. Like God, our government is fucking like scared as hell about everybody like getting sick and infected and stuff. I feel like they might want to just protect themselves if I'm being completely honest here. But honestly, it's caused nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble whatsoever. Oh, hey, I know something that actually came good out of this pandemic. For classes, I didn't have to go for an entire bus ride all the way to Welland. Because I live in St. Catharines and I have like pretty much like a 20-minute walk from home to the bus stop. I get on the bus, and then it's like a half an hour to get there. And the fact is, my bus gets me there like an hour late, or not an hour late, like a few minutes after class would have normally started. So I have to almost arrive an hour early. And the thing is, also because of the pandemic, the Niagara Transit buses, they only run hourly. They're not half hourly anymore, which honestly sucks. So I practically have to get onto campus pretty much an hour early every time and wait that exact hour. Now, I guess it's not too bad in like this kind of weather now because I actually have a little spot I can go to. Like there's a little hill thing up top. I normally just kind of hang out there just to enjoy myself just a little bit. No one really bothered me too much and stuff. And you know, I mean, when it was winter, I literally had to go inside immediately, so I had the mask on the entire time. So yeah, uh, man, it's been like a complete. It's like over a year now. Over a year. I still can't believe how I'm staying sane at this point, honestly, because this is just so like I just can't even. It's annoying as hell, and I've been frustrated with the lockdowns so much. I know they're important, trust me, I do. But it still doesn't excuse me being fucking pissed off about it. I mean, I know we have the vaccines rolling and stuff, but like there's so many people around the world, and the thing is also with like it has to go like age group going from up all the way down. So with me being in my 20s, I'm probably going to be one of the last people to actually get a vaccine. Even then, even when I get the vaccine, I still don't know how normal it's going to be. Like, once at least like, everyone in their 20s is done. And I'm almost 21. That's something too, my birthday, that's coming up, like, in 2 months and stuff. Oh, boy. But yeah, pretty much when this whole thing was also around the time when it started, I was having a blast at college. Like it was a lot of fun. Sure, there was still some pretty hard work to get through and stuff, but I still enjoyed my time because even after the classes, I would normally stay around on campus just to hang out with friends. Like honestly, some of the points I normally like aim to leave right when the last bus leaves. That's normally when I do, and luckily I've been able to catch it every time, or else I've been kind of stuck going or staying at someone's house and stuff. So, and the thing is, also some of my friends that like more of my like closer friends, I guess, from my program, they're not even around this semester, like at all. I mean, one of them was around for last semester, but he decided to drop out, I think. I don't exactly remember what he did. I don't know it wasn't an exact dropout, but I just can't remember. I know my one friend who was roommates with him told me why, but yeah. But there was like some other, like, even like my bestest friend at campus too is not even around. And granted, I do still text her from time to time, but at the same time, it's like, I actually want to hang out. Like, This is bullshit. uh, yeah, just some close people I've been able to hang out with before in the first year. And I can't do that now. Especially since also some of our classes are even online and stuff. And I know the fact that one of my friends, they were held back because they didn't really, I guess, enjoy the online classes. So they kind of got held back a year. So they had to go through year one again. And here's also a thing. For this year also, it was only a second year's. There was no first year, so I didn't even get to even meet anybody new. So yeah, it sucks ass. Oh boy, it's insane. Like I had like a blast the first year. Well, I guess most of the first year because literally about in the last month of the first year it was all online, which you know. uh, and honestly, sometimes I even think maybe I should have just kind of, well, I mean, not like get laid back or something like that, but I mean like skip this year of year two, like should have went for a job at that point, earn some money and stuff, and then go back once the second years are up, or like up again, or like things are back to normal. Which in this case, things are kind of slowly getting back to normal with the vaccines and stuff, but it's still gonna be a fucking while. Like I don't know, like maybe sometime during summer, maybe. I mean, if that was the case, I cannot wait for this summer then. I don't know when things are going to be back to normal and stuff. Not to mention, schoolwork's been pretty hard. And not to mention, like I was mentioning earlier with my one project, there you go. That's also a problem. Like if the pandemic wasn't around, it would be easily like it'll be a lot more easier to actually do our fucking project because my partner, who is also like actually a close friend of mine as well, he's actually probably the one closest friend I actually still have on campus. um, we like he lives in Welland by school. Me, I live in St. Catharines. I have to almost be like an hour to get here because I have a 20-minute walk to the bus stop. It takes like a half an hour or like bus ride all the way to campus, and then I'm there. Like if anything, the total number I think it's like 50 minutes really, but still, it's like frustrating and stuff. There's even like one point where I have to like be like at least a couple minutes late for class. Like I know in some cases for some people, oh no, you're missing a couple like minutes of class. Oh no, it's all this bullshit and stuff. But normally in the acting, because I'm for like acting and television program, and I've been told that if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. And if you're late, you're super late, and you should not even be here. Like really. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm like I have to be there on like time. I need to be there early. I need to make sure I'm there. And like that, I'm like super on time then if I'm there almost an hour early. I mean, at least with the online classes, they're not too bad because, well, pretty much when class is done, you just kind of exit out of the exit out of the call and whatnot, and then you can kind of get back to whatever you're doing before class and stuff. So, or if you're one of those rebels who literally just don't pay attention, you're like there for class, but like you're just playing video games in the background. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did that myself. But I was making sure I was focusing as well, so don't worry, because I know college is also important and stuff, so I made sure to pay attention at times. I mean, hell, right now, by the time I'm recording this, it's 10:30, and I have... there's also a thing also, we have like a guest coming in, guest for online. It's literally going to be like a 3 hour session instead of 2 hours because that's 2 hours is normally how it is, and normally it's 12:30 to 2:30. So yeah, it's This class is gonna be a while, so I was able to get this video recorded, or this podcast recorded, I guess. And actually, before this, I've been actually working on something kind of related to the pandemic sort of video. I've been also like thinking of adding it to my demo reel because that's something I have to work on as well, like clips that I've made before in the past. Like I'm probably also gonna pull up some stuff I've recorded myself doing in the past. Like if you guys remember Escape, there was Date 'em and Hate 'em, there's Two Johnsas, some of those little clips that I've done. Like because we're allowed to bring in like any sort of like film work we've done before, so I think that it would be good. And also like I'm adding an extra little bit as well to this, which I've gotten all the major shots done. It's just like the audio part I'm gonna have to do. I haven't even wrote up a script yet for that, but yeah, I just really had to do that because pretty much today is probably one of the last days I can really be by myself in the house because pretty much after school and stuff, I'm gonna have to find some work and stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna have that much time to, and I'm probably gonna be interrupted a lot. So yeah, uh, I don't know if after my one class if I should record another podcast because I also want to try to do some actual like um, recordings for my main channel or challenge channel, which, by the way, both links in the description of my other two channels. Original link where I just play games, and another one where I play gaming challenging videos. So, go check them out. Go check them out. I think you might enjoy what you like to see. uh, I like how I'm just also talking about stuff that's been happening on with school and stuff. Well, I mean, honestly, like it's impacted like my school a lot. Like it really has. And I'm not gonna say I haven't enjoyed this year. I just feel like I would enjoy it more if we didn't have the pandemic. I feel like I would have like a lot more fun, honestly. Like actually I don't even know if I would have actually completed my work if I was on campus most of the time. Oh yeah, but even then, also I also remember something. Whenever I had to print something out, I can normally just like go to the school computers and print something off there. The computer labs aren't open. They're not open at all. So I have to ask my mom to print them, and we don't actually have a printer here. I have to actually give her a USB drive with whatever I need to print. So yeah, like if I need something printed, I need to have it like printed Thursday, or like have to give it to her Thursday because I'm not early enough up to see my mom in the morning, and so I have to give it to her during the night, like Thursday night. She gets it printed by Friday night, and since she's off during the weekends normally, if I miss then I'm kind of fucked. I mean, at least when I have I need to print something down for Monday, which honestly I only have one more thing, so you know. It's been really just nothing but trouble. Like, I haven't, like, honestly, besides people I've seen on campus, I've only been really able to see one friend, like, in person in general. Well, I mean, I guess a friend of hers and her dad decided to join in at times too. Um, but, yeah, she's been the only person I've literally been able, like, my only friend I've been able to, like, really just hang out with in general, like if it's not like school related or whatnot. Like she's literally the only person I've been really able to hang out with. Well, to be honest, I feel like in general that would also still be the case because, most of my friends have actually kind of moved away from some St. Catherine's. I was about to say Smug Cat. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Like if you guys remember Hunter Toward, I'm allowed to say his name because I know I haven't really said much of anybody else's name, but they haven't really been mentioned on the channel before. I mean, that one friend I was just talking about recently, yes, kind of. I'll just say her, like, online name, the Grin Reaper. Yeah, that's who I've been hanging out with. And, I mean, that was also who I was also hanging out with in the past 2 days before we were back in complete lockdown again. Fuck you, pandemic. Can't say the actual name of the virus because YouTube won't be happy about that if I said that. What's wrong with me? Anyways, back to Hunter Tower. Yeah, I know he moved to Fort Erie, so yeah, and we've only been able to record like one video for my channel during that time he's been gone and stuff. Well, granted, it's hard to do recordings with him anyways. I mean, hell, the last episode when I was talking about Smash Bros, he doesn't inform me about things, so I have to do things on my own, or I have to do it without him and stuff. It's like, bro, I need information. At least if you can't do it, at least say it. I'm getting off topic. I mean, that's the case whenever I ramble and stuff, but, you know, I mean, it's still even hard to, you know, actually, like, hang out with them. I haven't actually seen Hunter in, like, ages. Like, I haven't even seen him in person in, well, obviously over a year, but still, yeah. I think the last time I actually saw him was probably on campus during the first year. That was probably the last time I actually saw him. I was able to physically talk to him. I think it was during one of our Among Us sessions. We kind of had a bit of Among Us sessions before with him. I mean, you guys kind of know that. I mean, kind of. I was. He wasn't in that recording, but he was in some of the other ones. Well, I was playing on my laptop before, you know, Among Us came for the Switch, so yeah. I was mostly playing on that, and that's why I didn't really record the other times. Funny enough, that one Among Us recording I did on my main channel was practically the last session we really had. Not that, like, I guess it kind of died for everybody else, but I still really enjoy Among Us, I really do. I'm off topic again. Pandemic. Shit. But yeah. It's just been kind of driving me nuts at times, and honestly, just with like the announcements of lockdowns, I've literally kind of just been pissy, really. Like, I've been like, fucking bitch, fuck you, pandemic, fucking ruined everything, worst fucking time for me, like, god damn it. Like, honestly, yeah, that's how I'm like. But, like, I sound a lot more ragey. Yeah, like, rage, like, a lot more rage happens. Unless people are in the house, I'm pretty loud if no one else is in the house, so. Actually, you know what? There's a mic here, so I'm gonna back up for a second. And I'll explain to you what my rage is like. Okay? Get ready. You fucking bitch! Ah! Or, you know, something like that. Or it would be like a lot more like actually pissed off. I was trying to like match the volume on how I was pissed and stuff in times. I mean, if you guys watched some of my videos before, you kind of know how like pissed off I can be. Like, I leave the room for a second, I slam the door, things fall down. Hell, I even was being loud one time when my stepbrother was still here when I didn't think he was home, so I was like, oh shit. And funny enough, I think that was also before the pandemic. Oh man, now my throat. Gotta clear my throat for a second. Yeah. There was also some stuff that was also canceled pretty much, yeah, because there was also one thing, like with the Grin and Reaper, we were planning to go to a concert. I don't exactly remember where it was going to be, but we were planning to go to one pretty much in May. And this was before the pandemic started and all. So when it did hit, it had to be canceled. So yeah, that kind of sucked. She was also like really looking forward to it. So, you know, it's kind of sucks, you know? Kind of sucks when things happen. And I still gotta say, it's still kind of awful when things still happen at the worst times. I mean, like, especially with this lockdown, like, I couldn't wait, like, at least maybe till next, at least until I was done school, because it's literally like 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Then I could have been done. Then you could have had more of a lockdown. I would have been home. I could have found a job that was actually looking for people while it was still open, you know? Like, ugh. Like, even right there, that's like worst timing. Like, right when I'm done school. Not to mention, like, I have to enter the world in this fucking pissed off world. And honestly, I'm just sick of it. I wanted to enter this world, like, as it was before the pandemic. I mean, granted, it wasn't really the best, but it was definitely a hell of a lot better than what we have now. But yeah, honestly, funny enough, I feel like I'm one of the ones who caused this because I do remember a couple nights ago, I was just kind of sitting in bed. I was like, man, I really wish something interesting would happen. Like, it doesn't have to be good, but I just wish like something interesting would happen. And this was not what I wanted, by the way. This was not what I wanted. I wanted like something adventurous, you know, like even have a zombie apocalypse. That would be a lot better, honestly. You know what? I would rather have a zombie apocalypse than the pandemic we have now. Like, I'm being truthful. I would rather a zombie apocalypse now. I would rather be in The Walking Dead. Like the series I'm literally playing on my channel right now. I would rather be in there. Because at least in that case, I mean, sure, there could be some hard moments in there, but it's a life of event. Like, there's actually adventure in there. In this pandemic, we're sitting at home doing nothing. We have no adventures. It sucks ass. I wanted an adventure. Even if it was a terrible adventure, I still wanted an adventure. I've been also kind of like deep in thought in times where I'm like, I just want to go to like a brand new world. Like bring the people I like care about, like enter like a brand new world and start from scratch. You know, like get away from everything that's happening here because a lot of it's all bullshit and stuff. You know, like literally anywhere. Like my ideal world would be going on like a deserted island and somehow like there's like a couple homes that have electricity and unlimited amount of food and stuff for us to survive and stuff. You know, but like we kind of live by a beach and all. There's not really like too many storms. I mean, you can let like rain and a bit of wind happen, and obviously sunshine can stay. But like all the like terrible storms and stuff, like don't add them. And like, you know, you're not around all the annoying people, you're not like you can even have like a good starry night because, you know, in cities you don't really get to see too many like a bunch of stars out during the night. It would honestly be great. Like you can have campfires almost every night. You have a lot of fun stuff. Like honestly, that would be a great place to live. But no, I'm stuck here in this shitty pandemic virus world. Like, please let me leave. Let me leave this world. Honestly, I mean, there is only one way to leave this world, and I'm not about that. I'm not about that to leave the world. I'm not at that point where I hate the world so much that I would end it. And I'm not going to say too much about what I mean by end it, but I'm pretty sure you guys can get to it. But yeah, I'm not going to go to that measures just to leave this world. Like, open up a portal, then I'll leave the world. Then that'll be my ticket out. I'm not going to end my life. No. Not yet anyway. And when I mean by not yet anyway, it doesn't mean like I'm actually going to do it eventually. Like, I think I would die at old age or an accident happen. I promise you that. Those are the only times I will plan, like, I will not plan to die. I will What am I even talking about anymore? This podcast has just turned dark. Well, I mean, we're kind of in a dark, shitty hole as it is, so I honestly don't blame myself for talking about some stuff pretty dark and stuff. But yeah. And also, I know there's still people I know who would also be devastated if I ended it all anyway. So that's a good reason to stay, anyways. And I care about them too. If I didn't care, then whee, off I go. Oh man. Ah, this has been Deep Thoughts with Jonza. Oh boy, what has our world become to? What has our world become to? Honestly, like, I would even like it if I would go back in time. Just going back to when I was a child. Because back then, things were completely innocent for me. They were completely innocent. I mean, sure, I wasn't able to go to places like I can now, but still, I had fun around the neighborhood as a child, and hell, places were open. I was a kid, I had more fun as a kid, I'd use my imagination more. Like, God, being a kid was great. Like, well, I mean, I guess no kid should be watching this anyways, especially since I've been swearing in this video as well. But if somehow any of you kids are watching this, or, or you're watching this with your parents and stuff, trust me and them when we tell you that growing up will suck. Like, if you say you want to grow up, I hate to break your spirits, but some bad shit is gonna happen. Like, you'll learn to swear and stuff. Honestly, it's not really surprising that kids know how to swear now and then. Like, they know the swear words and stuff. When did I first swear? I know I was still in middle school by the time. I think it might have been grade 8, and that was like, okay, I guess I was pretty much already a teen at that point, so I was like 13, most likely, at that time. Yeah, most likely, because I do remember when I first hit high school, I was 14, so, yeah. uh, like, even my high school years, even then, like, they were not so bad either. Like, I pretty much enjoyed some of the classes. I'm still pretty good friends with some of my classmates. I mean, hell, like the Grinning Reaper and Hunter Tower. Those are people I still talk to from time to time. So, you know, they're people I still talk to. Like, literally everyone else I mostly knew from middle school, don't really know where they are now or what they're doing. Honestly, actually, I met Hunter in middle school. I met him in grade 7. Yeah, because that's when I went to Oak Ridge. I like how I'm not even talking about the pandemic anymore. I'm just talking about good times. Like, you got to just take a moment and look back at the times before the pandemic, because those were good times. Like, even last year, it was still good. It was still decent. It was still decent. Yeah. One thing that was a little off though during that time, it was actually one of my closer friends back in college, who is not in with us right now, anyways. Um, she kind of had some moments before because, well, and luckily I'm not saying her name, so I can say what the thing is. But I mean, if anybody actually knows who I'm talking about, like actually that I know and you know and all that. But this person had OCD, and a lot of things were just kind of troubling her mind at times, and she just looked like she was losing it at times, which she was pretty much, yeah. But yeah, that was something we had to deal with, like me and a couple of our other friends, which we were able to calm her down and stuff. So you know, that was a time as well. But still, I mean, other than that, college was pretty fun as well. Uh, oh man, and the one thing, there was, I feel bad about one thing as well, because, like, before the pandemic started, there was a Smash Bros tournament that was happening on campus around like 6 p.m. That was around the time where me and some of my other friends were planning to go see the Sonic movie. So we went to go see the Sonic movie, and I was like, I'm sure there's another time we can probably do a Smash tournament here. Maybe next year. Maybe in the next in second year and stuff. Nope, you're in a fucking pandemic, kid. It's like, you fucktard. How dare you? I wanted to compete in a tournament. I think I was actually kind of decent against. Well, I mean, most people I knew on campus. I know there was still one guy that was still kind of hard to beat. So, shout out to you, dude. I think he's actually kind of appeared in a video. I think the only video that he kind of appeared in was the reaction. It was like a Nintendo or like a Smash Bros. Direct before Smash Bros. Happened. Like I actually went to campus before actually attempting college, and we were looking at the Direct happening then on campus. But yeah, those are some good times. I like how I'm talking about the days before the pandemic. Because that's the stuff I want to come back to. That's the stuff I want to go back to. There was a trip to Mexico I went to before. I want to do another kind of trip like that. Like sometime like a couple months before the pandemic, I had a fun trip with the Grim Reaper, like in Niagara Falls. That was a fun trip. I want to do more stuff like that. But no, I'm stuck at home. And now that stores are closed again because of another lockdown, there's once again not much stuff to do. And I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. I want it to end. I just want, like, just out of nowhere, the virus to just be gone. Just like that. Just gone. Like that. Snap of a finger. I can't snap well. Gone. Like that. Gone. Just, Thanos snap. Gone. We need to find the Infinity Stones. That's how we'll fix things. Oh, God. If only. And to whoever had the first, or like, had gotten the virus at the beginning, like the very first person, whoever got the virus, and did it like stupidly, like got it from a stupid like way that they like with them being stupid and all. Yeah. Fuck you. Like, I'm not joking. Like, honestly, fuck you. You fucked everybody. You fucked everybody in the entire world. Like, it was like this shit was happening. I mean, the virus was still kind of going on before the whole pandemic happened, but it wasn't as bad. Like, it wasn't really like infecting us at the time too much until March 13th. And funny enough, that was on a Friday the 13th. So now I'm going to be wary on every Friday the 13th that something fucking horrible is going to happen. And honestly, I looked at the calendar for the rest of this year. August is our next Friday the 13th. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. At those days, make sure you stay home. Don't do anything. Just sleep in all day. Just hide from everything. Man. Well, I mean, at least I had an episode to talk about, something for the podcast and stuff, That's the thing also, like, with the pandemic and stuff. I don't even know if I would have had a podcast. I mean, I might have maybe added a podcast, but, like, obviously I don't have much stuff to do besides schoolwork, and if I ever do decide to hang out with the Grim Reaper at times... Hang on, I gotta burp. I'm not gonna put any cuts into this episode. You guys get to hear my burps. But yeah, we've pretty much hit about 40 minutes already, so I guess this is a good time to end things off. Honestly, I think it was really good to kind of get some of the stuff off my chest, which honestly, I feel like a lot of people can relate to me in this case, especially around my age. Like if you're going through college right now and you have on-campus classes as well, like, yeah. Like I have only some on-campus classes. Some of the stuff I have to do online, which in normal case, like I could have actually meet some of these. Like there's this one class up close and personal. I could have actually met like the guests in person. Like we could have meet these guests in person and actually get to learn some stuff from them, like in person. But yeah, and I have to say also like my motivation for things have sometimes just kind of went down drain. That hell, even like for one of my classes for marketing, I'm gonna be honest. There's some stuff in marketing I haven't even done. Just because for that, like that class is the one I really don't like the most, and well, it's mostly because I'm not motivated to do that as much, and like if I'm already not too motivated to do it anyways, and my mood from like the pandemic and stuff is just making it worse. Yeah, I mean there was also cases where I've literally just forgot about the assignments in general until the actual due date. Once that happens, I was like, oh fuck, there was that assignment and it's due today. Well, I am fucked. I mean, I still have a good grade in there, so you know I've been like trying to make sure I focus on those kind of things and make sure they're all good and set and stuff, so I can at least get a good grade on that, so you know I can graduate and stuff. So yeah, that's that and whatnot. So anyways, I guess I'll end things here because we're at 41 minutes. I have at least half an hour before my online class starts. So yeah, I'm gonna prepare for that. I'm probably gonna have an early lunch because, well, if I'm gonna be literally having class for like 11:30 to 2:30, then might as well get something to eat, you know? I wonder what I will have for lunch. I don't know. But yeah, this is like literally on Friday. Oh yeah, Pokemon Journeys should be coming out with a new episode today. Sweet. They're coming back because they had like a break and whatnot. It could be because you bleep bleep bleep. Okay. There will be one thing cut out. I said the name of the virus. That is a no-no. If I say the word of the virus, then YouTube's not gonna like me too much. Anyways, I'm gonna end things here before I say it again. So anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking or tuning into this podcast. If you guys like this podcast, press the like button or subscribe, do whatever. And also to make sure to check out my other two channels, my normal gaming channel and my challenge gaming channel. And I will see you guys next week on our next podcast. See you guys next time.